All right. Testing. Testing. Is this thing on? Hello. Yes, I decided to wear my glasses. Yes, I'm still wearing the same clothes. Yes, there's a mess back there. Mind your business. Anyways, let's get into it. I know my last video I talked about, college and whatnot and what adulting kind of is like for me as far as an update is concerned. But I just realized something. Did you know that in order for you to not cry when cutting onions, you just need to use a really sharp knife? You didn't know that? Yeah, I just found that out. You, as an adult, you find out things and it'd be so random. Like it could be like how to tie your shoe better or how to pump gas. Like it's so random. Like maybe you thought or you knew how to do something, then all of a sudden you see somebody else do it a different way and then it seems like it's better. Why is that? Like why is that? Like I genuinely want to know. Like now I kind of want to move this over here so you guys can see the mess. Hold on. But why is that? I don't understand it. It's like now all of a sudden, right? Let me make this a little lower. Lower it up. Get lower. No, it's not working. Maybe like this. Let me not mess with it. Y'all can see me. Y'all can see me. Y'all can hear me and y'all can see me. I don't know why I'm trying to mess with it. But have y'all ever thought about that growing up you had essential items that's just already there, like Q-tips, like laundry detergent, random napkins, or if you need a pen, you always have a pen in your house, or is it like a salt? I don't use salt, but salt, you need salt for things, or the fact that you need vinegar for things, but it's always in the house when you grew up. But now all of a sudden when you're an adult, you got to go and buy that random junk drawer that had random batteries. You always knew you had batteries. Like you'd be like, oh, I remember seeing batteries in that junk drawer. You go to the junk drawer, it's there. You know what I mean? Now as an adult, especially in a new house like me, I know it's messy. Don't worry about that. But especially in a new house, you need to go and buy that stuff. Am I making sense to y'all? Like is this thing on for real? Like it irks my nerves. It irks my nerves. Like, why does it? I don't know. It's like adulthood. I heard someone say this. Adulthood is like lesson after lesson after lesson. You thought you were learning in school growing up. No, you haven't learned nothing. You haven't learned nothing. You haven't learned nothing. There's no breaks. You remember as kids, y'all had a summer break or spring break, a fall break. We even had a fall break in college. I wasn't working in college, so I was still like a kid, half adulting when I was in college. But now you don't get a break when you're an adult. You're an adult. I'm an adult married. Who told me to get married? I don't know. I don't know about that. You remember that little video that I posted a little bit in the other video? That video was like a challenge thing. It's a filter on Instagram and it tells you what age you're going to get married. And my Instagram kept telling me 22, 22, 22. And I was like, 22? That's too young. No. And at the time, I didn't have a man. Then all of a sudden, my man now comes up on my Instagram and we started pen paling back and forth again because, we worked together and stuff. Y'all gonna see that on how we met and how that worked out in another video. I don't have time. But, yeah. And then all of a sudden, things started aligning. I turned 22 that year while we were dating, right? And then before we turned 23, I turned 23, we were married already. We dated for a year. Although we knew each other longer than that, we dated each other for a year before we decided to get married. Who told us that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Does anybody gets nervous when the phone rings? Like, I talk to my mother every day and I talk to my best friend every Thursday or Friday or so, right? And then my man, if he calls, he's usually calling for something because we talk to each other all day, every day. You know what I mean? On text message. But when that caller ID says anybody else, I get a little nervous. I'm like, who's calling me? What do they need? Did I do something wrong? Like, I just want to call my mama and say that I ate chicken nuggets today. I don't want to talk to anybody else. Adulting is strange. I'm perplexed. I don't really like it for real. Okay? Is this clicking? Like, am I the only one? I don't know. I don't know. Like, this person said, because I'm looking on BuzzFeed right now. This person said, adulthood is waking up feeling less well rested every day until you finally just don't wake up at all one day, isn't it? That is so dark. You need prayer. But literally, like, I'm not even working, and then when I wake up, I'm just like, oh my God, I feel like I just went to bed. Am I going crazy? Let's not say that. I'm not going crazy. I'm just, I don't know, adulting. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. And I feel like I'm always saying, oh, the year is going by fast. It was just January. It was just January. It was just January yesterday. We was celebrating for the new year. It was just January. And then all this stuff keeps happening over and over and over again. Just like, it's just, it's April, guys. It's the end of April at that. When does where's my calendar? I don't even know how to look at my calendar. It's April 30th. So wait, April, is there a 31st in April? I don't know. If there's a 31st in April, then that means what's the next month? May. Oh my God. May is happening soon, guys. Do we call this a crash out? I think I'm crashing out. I think I'm crashing out. Cause why? I don't know. Cause why? Why? Like why? Why is life? And then it's like you love your life, but then things happen, and then you worry, and then you worry, and then you become stressed. But then when you go to the doctor and they say, "Hey, have you been stressing?" You be like, "No, I'm happy. I'm genuinely happy." But you're stressing. Stop stressing. Drink your water. Make sure you drink your water. Because if you don't drink your water, you're going to get a headache. Make sure you eat. And that's another thing with weight, okay? Like actual pounds, like weight. When you turn an adult, all of a sudden you start gaining weight out of nowhere. And then your diet doesn't change. Is you could be starving and still gain weight. I don't understand that either. Like, you know how back in the day people used to say, "Oh, you gain that happy weight when you're in a relationship." Okay, that's fine. I'm looking forward to it because I'm steady happy with my man's, my husband, my scrumptious. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that. But why is it that when we go on a diet per se, we got to take out carbs and sweets and all that stuff, and then you stay stagnated? It's like your weight fluctuates. You never can just lose weight and keep it off. No, you actually have to diet and exercise now. Back then, you could just do a little jog, a little jig, and then you lose like 20 pounds. Or you could eat like a feast after feast, right? And then you'll be straight. Like, it's okay. You may gain like 2 pounds, but you lose it in like 5 minutes. What? Like, what? Like, I had to file taxes earlier, not today, but like earlier in the year, filing taxes, and then it just turns out that I'm a business owner. Shout out to Crunch Time Sports. Follow Crunch Time Sports podcast either on YouTube or on Facebook. Follow, okay? Yeah, I own a business. I totally forgot that I own a business. I forgot, right? Because I don't see any revenue coming in, so I don't really see anything aside from the content itself, you know, and content is flourishing. So I forgot, and then it's just like I had to learn how to amend taxes and stuff, and then learn how to put in a W-2 and all this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, why? And then at the time of we were doing taxes, there weren't nobody working in the tax office or whatever it's called. I don't know, the people that look at your taxes. There was nobody there. So it just, stuff was just going on and on and on. And I'm just like, babes, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Like, too much. Way too much. It's just like it seemed like our parents had everything together. Like they knew exactly what they're doing. I want to know at what point in their life did they just be like, I got this. Alright, that's the video. I don't know. I just crashed out for a little bit, but bye.